week's Greyhound View is crammed with finals from around the country. We have the Comfort Cakes National Puppy 525, plus the Banbury Bookmakers Christmas Cracker from Shelbourne Park, the Ted Hegarty Marathon from Harold's Cross, and the Blackjack Tom Champion Bitch Stake from Thurles. But first, we take a trip to Enniscorthy. The final of the Gain Leinster Oaks run over a distance of 525 yards took place in Enniscorthy last Thursday night, offering a winner's prize of €3,000. This is the last time the event will be run on grass, as there are big plans afoot for the track.
We're going to go all sand when we close for the winter break after Monday night, please God. Bordenaghan are into uniformity on all tracks, and we're the only grass track left in the country. Now we're sanded bends at the moment and a lot of sand, but we're going to go the whole hog. The work will commence immediately after Christmas, utilising the Christmas closure period to minimise closure time, obviously. And we're hoping that it's not going to take that very long. We're kind of aiming for mid-March. It's very hard to maintain the grass and the sand because obviously the equipment for the sand is totally different than the equipment for the grass, and they don't gel. And you sometimes end up with a bit of a ridge at various times of the year, so I think it will be very good. But we have great local support, and we also get good support from Kilkenny and Carlow, Wicklow and Waterford, the whole surrounding area really. So we're well supported, and there's a great vibrant betting arena here.
We join in Fortune now for the action on the track.
Well, the runners now in traps for the final of the Gain Leinster Oaks here at Enniscorthy. In 1, Croghan Suite. 2 is Lady Serena. In 3, Related Item. Trap 4 is Pilltown Aoife. In 5, Tell Us Your News. And 6 is Musical Chimes. The hare coming up behind the traps. The dogs all set and away they go. Number 3. That's Related Item off to a good start, going up on the outside. Number 5, Tell Us Your News. Around the opening corner. Number 5 now, Tell Us Your News. Slips round in front of number 6, Musical Chimes. A gap in third to trap number 3, Related Item. But it's between the front two. Tell Us Your News leads into the third bend. Musical Chimes trying to close in the inside, but it's number 5. Tell Us Your News that leads. Here comes number 6, Musical Chimes, and gap back to the rest. But number 2 is Flighty Lady Serena. But around the final bend, it's number 5, Tell Us Your News, leads up the home straight. Number 5, Tell Us Your News, goes on to win it. Second was trap number 6, Musical Chimes, and third number 4, Pilltown Aoife. The winning time 29:32. And the results of the final of the Gain Leinster Oaks. The winner, trap number 5, Tell Us Your News. Second, number 6, Musical Chimes. And third, trap number 4, Pilltown Aoife. The winning time 29:32.
She ran well now. I thought she was going to be caught coming near the end, but she kicked on a bit and she won where it mattered on the line. We'll get a break now for a few weeks, and there's a puppy stake in Harold's Cross, and she'll go into that.
And Colin Jennings, the winning connections, they must be delighted.
He's over the moon. He's over the moon. He's dead pleased with her. He's always been happy with her. She was a great little bitch starting out and everything. And Colin, as you've seen, he's the reason we're in dogs. We love him and we love the dogs.
Next Thursday, the 23rd, Lifford are holding an extra night's racing. Then on Sunday, the 26th, it's a full card of sweepstake finals. Of the Ted Hegarty Marathon took place in Harold's Cross last Friday night, run over a distance of 1,010 yards, with a winner's prize of €10,000. The duo of Paul Hennessy and PJ Fahey's Air Force Honcho was the 6-4 favourite.
Trap 1 is Miss Dynamite, owned and trained by Andrea Kemp, a daughter of Carlton Bale and Asti Gold. Miss Dynamite very well drawn, good early pace and sure to be very much to the fore early on. In Trap 2 we have Rudy's Lady, owned by Owen Miller, trained by Michael Duffy, a daughter of Droopy's Vieri and Una's D. Hugely impressive in the second round when leading from the opening bend to win in a very fast time. Number 3, the track record holder, Air Force Honcho, trained by Paul Hennessy for PJ Fahey, a son of Honcho Classic and Aranok Girl, a really consistent stare, one of the best stares in the country, the one to beat. Number 4 is Hulkster, owned by Shauna and Helen O'Byrne, trained by Liam King, a son of Jamela Prince and Wine Tavern Dell. This is the bargain dog. Now they're looking big money for him. He'll be coming with a huge run at the finish. Going from 5 is Group Champ, owned by Mary Kenny, a son of Vintage Prince and Saynard Sunset, one of our most consistent stayers over the last few years, but would prefer an inside draw.
And in 6 is last year's winner, Erica's Equity, won by Noel Ryan, trained by Ian Riley. A daughter of Smooth Rumble and Mosney Flower. If this one gets an early run, she'll take some beating, but she might have a job keeping up with the early pacers. Hair behind Traps, the favourites in 3, and away well. It's Air Force Honcho out front with number 2, Rudy's Lady on the inside. Into the opening corner, number 2, Rudy's Lady on the inside. But 3, Air Force Honcho hits the front between the opening 2 bends. And there's number 3 into the far side now, Air Force Honcho. Going on by 2 lengths from number 2, Rudy's Lady in second. Number 1 is next, that's Miss Dynamite. Number 4, Hulkster, is very close. He's going into third, putting in a big run already, but still out front. It's number 3, Air Force Honcho, coming up with a circuit to go. It's Air Force Honcho in front by 5 lengths from 2, Rudy's Lady. 4, Hulkster is getting very close onto the 6th bend now, and it's Air Force Honcho being tackled by 4, Hulkster in second. Air Force Honcho in front, Hulkster challenging on the inside. Rudy's Lady coming back again. Hulkster goes up the inside, but here comes Rudy's Lady on the inside to challenge into the 7th bend. It's 4 on the outside, Hulkster. 2, Rudy's Lady takes it up. 3, Air Force Honcho trying to get into it, but it's number 2, Rudy's Lady going on to win it now. In style, Rudy's Lady. 6, Erica's Equity runs on for second with 4, Hulkster's third. The time 58.15. The result of the Ted Hegarty Marathon, the winner, number 2, Rudy's Lady, owned by Owen Miller, trained by Michael Duffy. Second, number 6, Erica's Equity, and third, number 4, Hulkster, the time 58.15. Well, at this stage of the final, it looked very much a 2-dog race with number 3, Air Force Honcho, now being tackled by Hulkster, number 4. At this stage, number 2, Rudy's Lady, had lost ground, but just as Hulkster came up to head Air Force Honcho into the 7th bend, suddenly number 2, Rudy's Lady, she sprouted wings, this Michael Duffy trained bitch, just a 2-year-old, and what a stare she is, taking it up there between the 7th and 8th bends, and running on very strongly, her rivals toiling, but number 6, Erica's Equity, last year's winner, coming through late to take second spot.
Well, Mickey, she's only 54 pounds, but every single bit of it, she's
Big,
absolute stare of all stares.
A big, massive heart. You're looking at the best. The best.
And only 2 years of age.
Only 2. Big future.
Big. What did you think of her down the back straight the second time round? She was really flying into that penultimate corner.
When Hulkster took her, as I thought we were in trouble because he is a great dog. He proved it in the first round against us, but this heart, it's super. She can give in to nothing.
And as I said, only 2 years of age. A lot of racing ahead of her. She'll be back next year, will she?
She will. She's already won 12 this season, and the year's not over yet. We intend to go to Shelbourne midweek for because she needs another rerun, you know.
In case I have dog will travel.
Have dog will travel. When you have a good one, you can travel anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be an easy journey home, isn't it?
It's going to be very short.
Come on, lads, give us a cheer. Well, Ted, in reflection, it turned out to be a fantastic stake. How did the final go for you?
It was a good run in the final for me. There was a lot of money for Air Force Honcho and money for 4. The winner was easy. There wasn't really a lot of money for the winner.
It was guys, at the start of the competition we were talking about Erica's Equity and Air Force Honcho dominating, but a few staying stars emerged in the shape of Hulkster and Rudy's Lady. Yeah, a very impressive winner.
Well, as the bush is a small little bitch, and probably the dogs were a bit heavy on the night, and probably the fast running told on them. They probably stood. She looks a very good stare in the making, definitely. I would say if she stays in training, she'll probably come back next year and probably might be even favourite to win it.
Well, only 2 years of age. Hopefully we will see her back next year, Ted.
Hopefully.
Last Saturday night saw the final of the Blackjack Tom Champion Bitch Stake at the Thurles Stadium, an ever-popular event which attracts some of the top bitches in the country and offers a winner's prize of €8,000.
The first we see, it's the red jacket of Greg's Echo, a daughter of Droopy's Vieri and Greg's Ditto. Jim Morrissey trains this one for young Dara Morrissey and Anthony Rowe in County Laois. Good winner last weekend in 28.78. Now it's the blue jacket belonging to Vix Jane will need to improve if this one is going to be in the reckoning, a daughter of trade official and Vix Nikita. Georgina Goodall trains for Mark Gale here in County Tipperary. Now we see Side Saga, the property of Anne Cleary in Dublin. Stephen Burke trains, very, very fancied, a daughter of Hot Cruise and Code Claw. Good winner too last weekend in 28.50. In the black jacket for Pat Dalton here in Tip, it's Lee's Friend. All to do though, if this is going to be in the frame, a daughter of Droopy's Merson and Tuttle Snowy. The trainer here is Tinny O'Donovan. Next on to the orange jacket, it's Els Lass, jointly owned by Elaine and Sinead Burke of County Armagh. Fraser Black trains, and this is a daughter of Thomas the Best and Ina Hartness. 6 wins from 12 starts. And finally, we have Vesuvius, likely to be in the frame. The owner here is Martin O'Mahony of Dublin. Paul Hennessy trains this daughter of Roanoke and Katunda Lace. As I say, likely to be in the top 3. Side Saga in 3 is our strong favourite here. Here comes towards Traps and away they go. Side Saga's out. So too Elslas and Vesuvius into the opening bend. And it's Side Saga that leads by a couple of lengths. And that's a decisive lead. Vix Jane is second at this point. Down the back straight though, it's Side Saga. Clear by 4. Lee's Friend beginning to improve as well. And is gobbling up ground in between the closing 2 bends. It's Side Saga from Lee's Friend. They swing the final bend. Side Saga, Lee's Friend is coming, but Side Saga has won it at the line. And confirmation of the result is a win here for Side Saga, followed home by Lee's Friend, a big performance, and third Vix Jane, the time 28.95. Sean, a very rewarding trip here to Thurles tonight for you.
Oh, yes, indeed. At the third bend, we got a bit nervous, but she did it. She has run excellently down here. She's run 2 brilliant races prior to this, and she ran well tonight. We're delighted.
How did you read tonight's race from the opening of the traps?
Well, when I saw her coming out first, I gave her every chance, and when I saw Vesuvius getting out of the race, that also helped. So I thought she had one on the back straight, but coming home, I got a bit worried, as I said before.
I think with you we have the real owner, isn't that right, Anne?
Well, Sean has quite a few dogs and he happened to put this dog in my name and it's come very good and we've enjoyed the racing so far.
I think collectively you've something like 6 dogs, all with Stephen Burke. He's been good to you.
He has actually, yes. It's been Sean is more or less the real dog man as regards picking good dogs. I just I go along to support him. So
sweet pickings and timely pickings here tonight, and so close to Christmas. Nice check.
It was very nice, yes. It's a lovely time to get it all right. And I mean, she was in the Oak, was it the Oaks, Sean? Or
the Oaks, she was in the Oaks final.
Oaks final there last August, and again, she was hotly tipped, but she didn't do it on that night. But it was great to see her coming home
rewarding
tonight.
Well, there's a wonderful atmosphere here in Thurles tonight, and why not, as we all ease ourselves in towards the Christmas period. And so on behalf of the Greyhound View team down south and the man of the moment, a very happy and peaceful Christmas to all of you, and every good wish for 2005. And I bet you know they'll be slagging because he's even bigger than me.
We're here at Shelbourne Park this evening where there's an absolutely magical atmosphere for the season that's in it. We've got 2 major races this evening, the first of which is the Banbury Bookmakers Christmas Cracker. Dundrum Prince and Lickfin Willie are the main pretenders, but rule out the likes of Plum Picker at your own expense.
Our 4th race, the final of the Banbury Bookmakers Christmas Cracker 550. In 1, Bad Ems, 2, Plum Picker, 3, Wine Tavern Vieri, 4, Dundrum Prince, 5, Honcho's Ransom, and 6, Lickfin Willie. The hot favourite, number 6, Lickfin Willie. Here's the hare. And away, and it's number 5 off to a flyer, Honcho's Ransom, from 2, Plum Picker going up well. The favourite has a bit to do on the outside as they hit the opening bend. Number 4 runs a bit wide, Dundrum Prince, and into the far side. It's number 2, Plum Picker, from 1, Bad Ems in second. The favourite's out of it, way at the back of the field, and so is number 4, Dundrum Prince. It's 2, Plum Picker by 2.5 lengths at the third bend. From 1, Bad Ems in second, but it's 2, Plum Picker turning for home with a lead of 2.5, 3 lengths from 1, Bad Ems in second. There's no catching this one. Plum Picker all the way stretches the advantage coming home from number 1, Bad Ems, with 4, Dundrum Prince in third. The time's 29.99. The result of the Banbury Bookmakers Christmas Cracker 550. The winner, number 2, Plum Picker, owned by the New Tank Syndicate, trained by Mary Gilbert. Second, number 1, Bad Ems. Third, number 4, Dundrum Prince. The time, 29.99. Well, a bit of a surprise in the final of the Banbury Bookmakers, but not to the gentlemen here in front of me, the members of the Tank Syndicate, or the New Tank as they're being called at times. And we have Seamus Conboy. Seamus, did you partake of the big prices on offer?
Well, actually, we backed the dog without, so we hadn't much confidence. It was hard to oppose a 6 dog, but at the same time, there's nobody better than Mary Gilbert to get a dog ready for a final. And this is the second final the dog has been in. and thankfully he came through with flying colours actually, and superb. And to break 30 seconds on a night like tonight is absolutely wonderful. So we have great hope for him in September, please God.
A long time away, but it's all about hoping.
Absolutely. Well, we're in the dogs for a good while now, and we've had some success, but tonight is absolutely wonderful for us, and it's great for greyhound racing in Mayo. And we have another dog running in Galway tonight, but I hope he does well. But this is the big one for us, and it's really wonderful.
Well, a great night, as we say, in Shelbourne Park, and with me I have Jimmy Finlay of Banbury Bookmakers, the sponsors. You must be thrilled with the way the night's going, Jimmy.
It's been a fantastic stake, Michael. We had some great entries for it. Some of the top dogs were running earlier in the season, came back out for our stake. We were very, very pleased, and a fantastic winner tonight. Great excitement.
Certainly a good winner for you, because you won't be paying out too much on it.
No, I wouldn't imagine there was too much money on him. The favourite was very, very hotly fancied, as you well know, but still in all, a great night for everyone.
So we can expect you to be back here bigger and better again in the future.
Well, I hope we'll have a Christmas cracker again this time next year, Michael.
We'll see you then, Jimmy. Happy
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Indeed, the owners of Plumpicker were a very happy bunch of lads. But the feature race of the evening, the final of the Cumberford Cakes National Puppy Stake, €20,000 on offer to the winner. Last year's competition was won by Premier Fantasy, but the likes of Droopy Scolds, Droopy's Cahill, Geldrup's Touch, and many more emerged. It really is a top-class guide to the future. There's a fantastic lineup. Droopy's Leroy's the favourite, but Droopy's Corelli will be hot on his heels. Let's join Michael for the lineup.
Our 8th race, the final of the Cumberford Cakes National Puppy Stake. In 1, Field of Pride, 2, Mullacash, 3, Kyle Arney, 4, Saint of Champions, 5, Droopy's Leroy, and 6, Droopy's Corelli. The favourite is number 5, Droopy's Leroy. The hare behind traps, and away they go. And it's number 3 showing the early. That's Kyle Arney with 6, Droopy's Corelli going up fast. Leroy has missed it, but moves into 3rd place on the bend. As 6, Droopy's Corelli leads into the far side. From 5, Droopy's Leroy in 2nd. 3, Kyle Arney is next, down towards the 3rd bend, with number 6 out front. That's Droopy's Corelli. From 5, Droopy's Leroy. 4, Saint of Champions is running on fast, but at 6, Droopy's Corelli, a lead of 2 lengths on the final bend from Droopy's Leroy. Here comes Saint of Champions with a very big run, but it's number 6, Droopy's Corelli wins it. Number 4, Saint of Champions is 2nd, and 5, Droopy's Leroy is 3rd. The time 28.60. The result of the Cumberford Cakes National Puppy 5-5. The winner, number 6, Droopy's Corelli, owned by David Miles, trained by Owen McKenna, a son of Droopy's Vieri and Droopy's Nelly. 2nd, number 4, Saint of Champions. 3rd, number 5, Droopy's Leroy. The time 28.60. Well, this race was really decided in ways at the traps. Number 5, Droopy's Leroy missed it. Number 3 led up Kyle Arney, but there goes Droopy's Corelli with a big run on the outside. Saint of Champions is cut off there at the 2nd bend. He'd have been very close but for that, as we look down the back straight with number 6, Droopy's Corelli out front. Now Droopy's Leroy producing big run to go into 2nd. Saint of Champions moves into 3rd. This fellow will really love 550 yards, but out front, Droopy's Corelli. He has it sewn up at this stage. Leroy is still 2nd, but now Saint of Champions running on very strongly coming to the line, but Corelli wins it. A repeat win for David Miles and Owen McKenna. They won it before with Knock Even Major. Well, this is becoming very much of a habit now, Owen McKenna. Another big race win.
Yeah. I hope the 2004 just reverses and they don't go into 2005. It's been great. Been a great finish, and it's been great to win for David. Like, you know, we're ending up there this week, so it's been great. Like, he's a good little dog, so hopefully be a good prospect for next year.
He ran a smashing dog. He was only 2nd really going up to the corner, but he really ran that bend well.
Yeah, he's similar type of dog, I think, to a bit of Knock Even Major. Not blistering away, very good early, runs the bend well, so like, this is the main track to be at, so if he can run Shelbourne, that'll do me.
What will be the plan for him now? You'll put him away now, I suppose, will you?
We will. Probably the Easter Cup, I'd say, be his target. I know it's not a great night tonight, and it won't be getting any better for a while, so we'll leave him alone and give him a rest.
You're dreaming of derbies at this stage?
Well, we got it this year, so next year will be a bit of a dream, but we'll have a go.
Well, David Miles, you won it before, you've done it again. Great performance.
Yeah, it's really pleased. I mean, I was very nervous tonight because I thought it was an excellent field, and I'll be honest, I thought the 4-dog had a hell of a chance of winning it tonight, especially on the going outside, and all credit to Owen, he done a fantastic job for him. Brilliant trainer, brilliant dog.
Absolutely marvellous competition, a great winner, and I think every dog in it, including Mullacash, you'll hear a bit about him next year as well.
Yeah, it was a really super field of pups, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. And I think the early pace stalled in the end. And as in all competitions, the early pace is very important. And I think Droopy's Corelli tonight was the early pace specialist, and that done the job.
And owners like yourselves with Mullacash and then Saint of Champions, they'll be looking towards the 550 yards of the derbies and that next year, extra yardage.
Absolutely, and particularly I think the run to the corner will be very important, and as much as and than anything else. And please God, next year we'll have maybe different results in some of the competitions.
You'll have another crack at yourself too.
We will indeed, absolutely.
Well done, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
The end of another year, and what a year it's been for Irish greyhound racing. Some great performances on the track. The likes of Droopy Skulls winning the English Derby. Magic.
The year started in emphatic fashion with Premier Fantasy winning the Easter Cup. He went to England himself.
And tragedy there at Wimbledon. But then came the Irish Derby and a man called Owen McKenna.
Yes, like a shot, winning in truly magnificent fashion, coming from a mile off the pace. It was a wonderful occasion.
And Owen McKenna at the year's end tonight wins the National Puppy Stake with Droopy's Corelli.
But watch out for the dog in third. Droopy's Leroy. Luck wasn't on the side tonight, but 2005 could be his year.
Yes, great prospects for next year. But meanwhile, Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
Well, that's all from us for now, but we'll be back with you on the 10th of January, and just a reminder of some fixtures over the holidays. On Monday the 27th, Galway Stadium are holding a rugby match when Connacht take on Munster in the Celtic League. This will be followed at 4:30 by a full card of greyhound racing. Then on Saturday the 1st, Limerick hosts what promises to be a great night's racing, which includes the final of the Greyhound and Pet World Gold Muzzle. And at Shelbourne Park, it's the Chronicle Bet Dat Night of Racing. So enjoy the action, and from all of the Greyhound View team and the Irish Greyhound Board, we wish you a very happy Christmas and prosperous New Year. And just maybe in the meantime, the two boys will be able to get some practice in.
It's getting near closing time.
You know what I mean?
You ready, yeah?
And he himself went to the English Derby where tragedy struck. Tragedy struck. Tragedy struck.
Well, sorry. Yes, and Owen McKenna, big upsider. The end of another. We've plenty to look forward to. So, next year.
Last time, go on, we're ready, roll.
This is it, right? Go. Yeah, short, sweet and simple. Yeah. Then, of course, the Derby. Owen McKenna with his outsider. Take 30. The smile is going off my face at this stage. What a year it's been for greyhound racing. Tremendous performances on the track. Droopy's Corelli winning the English Derby. Magic. Corelli. The end of another year, and what a year it's been for Irish greyhound racing. Droopy Skulls, of course, winning the English Derby. Magic.
Yes.
Another great year. Sorry. The end of another end. Sorry.
I like this is done.
The end of another year, and what a great year it's been for Irish greyhound racing. Tremendous action on the tracks.
It actually, in brilliant style. Of course.
You stopped. You started. I paused. Oh no! Take 42, right?
This is torturous. This is worse than ever.